Hello and welcome to Thursday Thoughts, in which I present my October mid-month wrap-up. I finished The Bastard King by Plaidy. In the introduction to my Norman and Plantagenet series, which I posted yesterday, I gave a brief overview of the rise of William the Conqueror, but Plaidy fleshes out the story in her inimicable and brilliant way to bring the characters to life, and especially the role that Matilda of Flanders played in the life of William. I will be discussing more about Matilda and her children in my next episode of the Norman and Plantagenet series. But in the meantime, if you want a superb historical novel by the mistress of the genre, then I can heartily recommend The Bastard King by Plaidy. I read several more tales in the Canterbury Tales by Geoffrey Chaucer, some of which were preposterous and merely annoyed me. In particular, The Clerk's Tale, which is the story of Griselda, a low-born maid, who becomes the wife of the Marquis of the land. He exacts strict obedience to all his demands and requires her to accept everything he does cheerfully. He removes both of the children they have together, giving her to understand that he has had them killed. She accepts this cheerfully. 16 years later, he pretends that he is going to divorce her and take another young wife. Then he returns her children to her, and all is sunshine and light thereafter. Yeah, right, I believe. Then there is The Squire's Tale. Well, I have no idea what this load of nonsense was supposed to be about. It appears to be about a woman who is in love with a dying bird. Unless I've totally misunderstood the drift of the story, which is highly probable, as somewhere halfway through I think my brain froze and my faculties ceased to function. I was so pleased when the story just petered out and a note said it was unfinished. Well, it finished me off, that's for sure. I'm in the process of reading The Woman in White by Wilkie, which I am thoroughly enjoying. Style, characters and story are all superb. Who is the Woman in White, and why did Sir Percival Glyde have her locked up in an asylum? Is he all he appears to be, or is there a hidden secret that will reveal him as a monster? Will Miss Laura Fairley be happily married to Sir Percival Glyde when she is in love with Walter Hartright? These and other questions create the intriguing mysteries that are at the heart of this novel. All will be revealed in due course. I've also read 3/4 of the autobiography of Stephen Curtis Chapman, which is called Between Heaven and the Real World. Chapman is a Christian songwriter and musician. I'm not too keen on his music, but his autobiography is very well written, thanks to his excellent ghostwriter Ken Abraham, who has captured Chapman's authentic voice to produce a very absorbing narrative of his incredible highs as a multi-selling and multi-award-winning songwriter and musician, and of the tragic lows he and his family experienced. I'll present a fuller review when I finish it. I've also started my reread of Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. I've contemplated rereading Treasure Island for many years, but until now I've been reluctant to do it because I was afraid that it would not live up to my fond memory of it. However, it is just as brilliant as I always thought it was, and is a hugely enjoyable read. I will review it when I've finished it. And now, here is a quick recap, and I'll be back on Tuesday with The Dilemmas of a Book Nerd tag.